And we are live.
Thanks. So, welcome everyone, and Jenkins configuration as code office hours. We're having today Alexandra and Oleg, myself at the meeting so far. Anyone can join the meeting if you're interested. The link is in our Gitter channel. And well, that's it. Let's start. So Oleg, I'm not sure what. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm screen sharing.
Sure.
Just yeah. So
yeah, we're gonna.
Okay. Our Gitter is channel is here, by the way, JCasC/configuration as code plugin. Okay. So here, meeting.
So let's move to the previous meeting follow-up. We had a couple of action points on me. The first one is about organizing a dedicated detaching configuration API plugin meeting. We did that. Oleg and Nicola were present, and I was present, and we've decided not to detach. Oleg, is there any comment you would like to share regarding that, or nothing?
Yeah, so regarding this, I think that it's still a problem which will hit us in the future. But there is a decision that we do not detach that, and in the worst case, it can be detached later because detaching plugins doesn't break binary compatibility. It may be an issue for all configuration as code cases, ironically, but it's another story.
Yeah. So we are aware of the risk that it's bringing, but for now we decided that
right.
that we're not.
The
action point is about JCasC logo being moved to dedicated folder under Jenkins.io. It was about making an official entry at Jenkins.io for Jenkins. It was done and it is already merged, so the page is live. Then we actually did not really discuss it that much, being JCasC special interest group being part of Cloud Native special interest group. We joined the first Cloud Native SIG meeting, and well, I'm still having my doubts. Still don't have strong opinion. It seems there is a lot of things to discuss there, and we may still have Cloud Native stuff. We may still need a lot of things to talk about Jenkins configuration as well. So it being the part of another quite. I'd like.
Sorry, the audio breaks. Is it only for me?
So let me switch to another internet, and I'll be back in like.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No. So what I was saying. I was asking because I'm actually leaning toward having a separate SIG, because it seems Cloud Native SIG is already quite busy and we may not have enough time to discuss configuration as code stuff. But it's still like leaning, I'm not sure yet, so I'd love to hear your opinion.
I would rather prefer to have a separate SIG, because configuration as code is not only about JCasC. It's also about various things like configuration management. It's also about Groovy hooks and other low-level stuff. And honestly, I think that we will have enough content in a separate SIG.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a strong opinion about that. If we don't have time in Cloud Native SIG, we just make more time in Cloud Native SIG. Because yeah, it's not a problem. We are not limited with meetings. We can create as many as we need.
Okay, so I mean, it seems we have a similar opinion, but let's stick to Cloud Native now and see how it goes. Was the new Cloud Native meeting already announced, or because I kind of missed it in my calendar? I don't know. I missed something.
So we had a first meeting last week, but it was about external log storage, so quite unrelated to JCasC. The next meeting will be next week. I'm waiting for votes, including you, Evelyn, actually. But yeah, maybe I'll double check. Maybe I've started voting in another SIG. But yeah, next week we will have another meeting. So if you want to discuss a JCasC topic there, let's do that.
Okay, so we should put it on the agenda somewhere, right?
Okay, so I can put it to the agenda, or maybe just this discussion, for example.
Okay, great.
I'll add it to agenda.
And the last action point, again on me, was regarding sharing my opinion about the plugins group ID, and I did share it, but then there is a comment from Nicola, and I did not follow up on the discussion after, so I think we have to maybe again contact him separately if we want to like make a decision that we all after all agree on.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have some comments.
Yeah, I do have some comments, but it's rather about this meeting's effectiveness without Nicola. But yeah, you know my opinion.
Okay, we can take it outside of the meeting with him. I don't know. Maybe we need to change the time slots. Maybe it's just vacation. But yeah, let's figure it out. Also, you put an action item on you for the next meeting. So, well, it's going well when it comes to action point, more or less. It's going a little bit less great when it comes to releasing release candidate. We're still very close, but haven't managed to work on the last must-have issue. And the last must-have issue is the one regarding running a dry run every time before applying configuration. I will just quickly have a look at the milestone for a release candidate. And as far as I know, we only have, only one must-have, and the rest is, there is one bug, and that will, I think we have a workaround for that. And there are some documentation improvements slowly working on, but some of the other issues needs to be closed so I can finalize the documentation, but it's low priority. So the last waiting issue is still the same about the warning about invalid configuration dry run.
Right.
And if I understood Alexandra correctly yesterday, she already started looking at that issue. Is that?
Yes, I. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So I actually even add validation before applying new YAML file. So it's check with function already there in configuration as a code. That, as I understood, it should work as we want it. Yeah, so, and I actually had this validation button to test configuration if it's if it could be applied or not. So, and if it's something wrong with configurations, I just drop the message.
Is it on the pull request now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. They'll just comment after the meeting there are changes which must be done.
Mm.
Yep. Okay.
No, that's okay. So then you can review it if it's. But with this pull request, I have an issue with. I did merge from the latest master, and now I have my everything broken. So this today will be cleaning work to make it work again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's apparently something went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that's how it's on the branch. It's working. I have some doubts about UI, and I already mentioned it to Evelina. If it's, I'm not sure if it's right way to do, but yeah, it was Nicola's suggestion to make it simpler.
Yeah, probably it should have been done in a separate pull request, because I don't think it's really related to the task.
It's absolutely unrelated to the task, but yeah.
Yeah,
so that's it's a lot of in this pull request, to be honest, can be divided into few pull requests, to be honest. But yeah, I can do it as so if anyway I can how to say it, I can separate it into another pull request if you want, but it's connected with changes I already did. So
yeah, because now you're showing the pull request for issue 285, which is about providing a new source for configuration. But the issue with running a dry run is kind of related to the same. That's why you're implementing both in one. Am I understanding it right?
Yeah, they are connected. Yeah.
It's better to do
in
that.
My opinion.
Maybe.
Okay, but about applying a dry run, it should also happen. No, sorry. No, anything to say. I just now realized that I misunderstood something. So, is it possible for you to divide it into two separate pull requests, or is it?
No, I can do it, but we should merge then first this provide the path. And, yeah, because it's like a configuration as a code class changed and changed UI for this, and yeah. So my opinion, we should merge first then this 285, and like above that we'll merge the 77.
Okay.
I can divide it into two. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so.
And also, I don't know. That's for me. It's kind of like a kind of circle dependencies here, because we are providing path to apply in configuration in the configuration. So that's, I don't know. For me, it sounds weird. So I like how it was before when how it's now before we merged my changes as like a separate. How to say it, separate point in manage Jenkins, but yeah.
I'm just commenting, sorry.
No, you're very welcome to commenting.
Because I mean, I don't know, maybe you have to discuss today, but for me this is like the most important. So 285 and 77. So if there are any doubts or issues or questions, we should use the opportunity together and let's make a decision. So because I'm not sure, Alexandra, if you're now waiting for some feedback or
I'm waiting for feedback, and also as a background, as I said, I need to fix this rebase issue, because now I can't even run Jenkins after merge. But yeah, that's please do review, and based on your opinion, I can do both ways. So it doesn't really matter for me, because I don't know, so I will take your decision in this case, because you have you're suffering this longer than me.
Okay, so back to other stories. Yeah, so we have release candidate milestone. We have 3 issues. This one, I guess it rather okay. Yeah, this one at least is addressed. What would be the ETA for release candidate?
The date? Yeah, so I'm postponing it week and week, but since there is still work in progress, I on the last must-have issue, I wouldn't like to rush it. We still want to have an official release before Jenkins World, and I think it must happen beginning of September. So, well, it's the month later than we planned, but I would be happy with having release candidate in the middle of August.
Right. So it's definitely not a bad thing that the release candidate got delayed, because he's the last breaking change in API. And actually, it would be great if we could get another alpha release.
Yeah, that's sure.
Yeah, because after each breaking change, for example, in simple pull request job plugin, it's needed to update the dependency and to fix issues, if any. Otherwise, it won't work. So having alpha releases is something we need. Yeah, here, I'm not sure whether it's infrastructure issue or not. Just a second. So maybe the master branch is just broken now. It is just broken. So, yep, it would be also an urgent fix needed, I would say.
Oh, okay. So, Alexandra, maybe the fact you can't run master now, run Jenkins now, is because the changes you merged are.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I will check. Maybe I will need to hopefully drop out this commit then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just comment. Maybe Nicola will fix that. But actually, my proposal would be to maybe prohibit direct pushes to the repository at all, because it's a really bad practice.
Yeah. We had a discussion about it, and honestly, I thought it's not happening, and I now have even doubts when pushing small change in documentation. It goes through PRs, and that's how it is.
Right.
So, I understand the urge to like push directly. It's a small change, but yeah, maybe we should.
It's a long story. Since this meeting is recorded, I rather prefer to not comment on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, anyway, we're getting close to something, and yeah, if you could ship another alpha release, it would be really helpful.
Now when the master is working again.
Okay, yeah, regarding 1.0 things, is it so the priorities are still the same, right?
Yes. So.
Yeah. Actually,
we don't have must have, but if you feel like the priority changed, just should let me know.
Yeah. So my priority is to just get all breaking changes before 1.0. For example, this is a breaking change. So yeah, I would rather prioritize it as a must-have if we really want to do that. Regarding the rest, improve error propagation. I guess I did the most of these bits before. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it can be just closed. But yeah, I think this small is done. What else do we have? Developer documentation, yeah, it's still there. Prepare migration description, it's still there. This one is what Alexandra is working on, right?
No, it's just a text. When you go to manage Jenkins and you have a list of like global configurations code, and I just feel that the text that is there, it's not incorrect, but I don't think it matches the rest of the entries. That's just it. It's really small and can be done anywhere, anytime.
Right. And regarding that, I guess there is no final decision about that at all.
I mean, this is documentation. Like who wants?
So it's only docs.
Or maybe documentation. Because of course we're not handling deployment. Deployment is out of the scope of this. So that's just it.
Yeah, definitely. The plugin provides all needed APIs now. Something like that. Yeah, regarding the rest, so Alexandra is working on this thing, but if I understand correctly, it's not really included into any of milestones. Should we add it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I mean, it will be a part of the release now. So.
If it gets done in time. Oh no, actually it's in 1.0.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Because you're. But you started with that one. It will maybe be part of. release candidate. But
yeah. Okay.
Documentation. So it's looking good. We don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems possible. Like once we have the things Alexandra is working on, so we can just run. File we download from Jenkins page, and then we just start up Jenkins. And so because this is one of the use cases I want to have in our documentation. It works perfectly with Docker already, and integration in different ways, but I want to have the very simple use case for someone who's like just starting, and that's the location in the at Jenkins home, the default location for Jenkins YAML. So those are the things that but we're very close to having this. So once we have it, documentation can be finalized.
Okay. And what else do we have on the list? So this one, it depends on the patch in local plugin, but in local plugin, yeah, they should re-review it, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this I think we can just hopefully land as well. Okay. I guess that's it with RC status. Should we go to the next item?
Yeah, and the next item is any other business. Yeah, I don't have anything.
And what is it, A or B?
Any other business?
Any other, okay. I have question, but I don't know if it's I don't know, good enough to be recorded, or we can discuss it afterwards.
I guess it's your choice. I mean, there's like no limitations here, but if you prefer it, perfectly okay.
Sorry, I missed this the last part of.
No, I just said that it's your call. So.
Okay. So I'm actually it's regarding changes I'm doing in pull requests, and we're supposed to have some export of configuration to YAML file, so like a backward operation. And yeah, but I found I didn't find any good way to create custom button in the global.jelly. So rather than using HTML JS code. So, and I don't know, maybe Alec have some advices or.
So yeah, maybe you want to screen share and we just take a look together, because I'm not sure what is the problem.
Yeah, sure. I will try to do it if I find the way how to share my screen. Yeah, screen share. Yeah, here we are. So we have now I slightly revoke UI in global configuration as a code, and using config jelly instead of index jelly. And it seems like there are limitations to provide some buttons in UI. And so we need to have here button called like export. And if you will find here export, sorry. Yes, here the function it was implemented before. It's required post, and it's extract configuration into YAML file. So I assume we need to provide something similar into new UI, but to be honest, I can't find any good way to do it. So rather than, I found a couple examples. Let me show you. Yes, Evelina, you.
Yeah, because I'm a little bit lost because there was a export before.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So export button isn't located in configuration pages. It's located in the list of actions provided by a management link, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like it's not supported in config, global configuration.
Well, global configuration and management link, they are different things. If you create global configuration, you still should have management link so that you offer this navigation UI. If you just remove management link, you lose this UI at all. And it's as designed, these are different extension points.
But in Jelly itself, how I should configure?
So
I mean, in config.jelly.
In config.jelly, you configure everything using. So global configuration doesn't support data binding in common ways. So you still need to implement a configure method on your own, but you just invoke JSON binding there. But from the rest, it's just a common form. So what you do here, it's fine. Yeah, so this thing gives you a configuration page, but nothing more.
Yes. No.
So this configuration page will appear in a Jenkins global configuration screen, unless you categorize it.
Yes. Shall we still have? Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yep. So it. So you will be able to present this configuration. You will be able to handle this configuration using configure method, and that's it. All the previous functionality of management link, you will have to go somewhere else. And yeah, honestly, I think that configuration as code would be rather management link.
Yeah, that was like my previous commerce message. So I created another class to handle global configuration, to have this functionality for adding path and URLs to getting YAML files. Yeah, but reviewers commented out that maybe it's simpler to make configuration as a code to be extended, extend global configuration rather than management link.
Yeah, I think the previous approach was right.
Yeah, I actually agree with this. But anyway, so shall I revoke it again?
You could just revert to the commit. Yes, sorry, okay. I wasn't following this discussion at all.
No, that's fine. But yeah, we need then organize a discussion in the PR then and to agree something, because it's I don't know. Now I'm like in the in the middle of decisions, so take one or another and waiting for reviewing, and yeah, and taking it takes time. So at my point of view, the previous thing was like, I don't know, more logically organized, to have something completely different from configuration, system configuration stuff for this configuration as a code plugin. So it looked better. Anyways, so let's then move this discussion on the PR, and yeah, it would be nice if you can find the time to discuss this in details.
Yeah, unlikely till JCasC ends. So I can take a look, but I won't be able to actively review it.
Okay. 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 Yeah. So, in this config Jared, I only found how I can create custom button. It's just provide here additional HTML/J JavaScript code, like so, and yeah, it looked not very nice and kind of hacky way. I was thinking maybe there's like, I don't know, something hidden, and I just don't know how to do it. Yeah, so that's all for me, I think.
Okay, so you got some information, and the discussion will be continued in the PR.
Yeah, I think so. We still need to. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
No. Not really.
Nothing from me.
Okay, then I think we can close the meeting. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm stopping the broadcast.